I just went there and I smashed it. It's exciting, eh? Tomorrow I have 1 year my hour record, 1 year the hour record holder. Bradley Wiggins had the hour record for 4 years, but before it was like 2 months and a new record, 1 month and a new record. So I have the record for 1 year. It should be a strong record to beat because, yeah, 1 year says enough. Infinity. I always say in 2019 was a very special year because you had the first man under the 2 hours on a marathon, Kipchoge, and you had the first man riding for further than 55k in 1 hour, Victor Kampenaerts.
And is that why you deserve a statue?
Where is the statue? It should have been built already. I think the hour record was by far the most exciting thing in my life, leading up to the day. The final 3 weeks, especially, also the months in advance were special, but the final 3 weeks were so extremely professional. Nothing was left to chance. We had a big budget sponsored by Golazzo, which made a lot possible. I had all my meals were prepared at the exact time with the exact amount of calories. They used my data from the training to calculate the calories. My doctor Ruud van Tiene was cooking the meals, and I had a physio giving my massaging me all day. My bottles, the amount of carbs in the bottles, everything was weighed down. Kurt Lobbestal, my coach, he was there all the time preparing my schedules. We had a local fixer. He was riding with a motorbike, accompanying me on the bike sometimes. Louis Lemus, ex-professional. We had a mechanic, crazy mechanic. Simon, he every single day my bike was going totally separated and again with fresh grease assembled again. I think nothing was left to chance. Kevin de Weert was there. He already, like the team, Kevin de Weert and Valerie, they went already to Mexico in advance to check out the hotels, to check out the houses possible to rent, to check out the track.
Can you remember the day, like exactly, like hour to hour, or is it like, do you still have the schedule in your head?
Not in my head, it should be somewhere in my cell phone, but it was quite, it was on the minute. It was everything was planned out. I did the hour record already 2 times before, not the exact hour. I did 1 times 40 minutes, 1 times 50 minutes. And everything was the same on those days. I was waking up at the same time, having breakfast, doing my warming up. Everything was just the same. And yeah, I was just waking up very early because I think it was at 1 o'clock at midday I needed to perform, so I needed to wake up more early. Doing a sober roller session, having breakfast, chilling a bit. I was very relaxed. I called with my girlfriend, Fanny, and I was super relaxed and super confident because all the preparations were 100%. I cannot repeat it more, but nothing was left to chance, and we knew more or less exact what schedule I would ride, and it also happened like that.
Sometimes you hear when an athlete has an exceptional performance that they remember the first few minutes of the performance and the last few minutes of the performance, but it's like in between is like a big blur.
Of course, this 1 hour is very, how you say, monotone. Not a lot of changes. There are a lot of corners, but they all look alike. I remember, of course, like the first 20 minutes they flew by was so easy. I can remember after 25 minutes, you don't know the time you're riding. We had a kind of a communication. They were yelling from the side every 5 minutes. So they yelled like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, like this. 5 minutes can take ages when you're suffering, and when I did 25 minutes, it took ages for 30 minutes to come. 35 was so long, and then at some point you've done 35 and you start wondering, was it 35 or did I miss the 40 already? This this was this took age, like this first 20 minutes was like 1 second, but the last 20 minutes were like 1 week of suffering. Also, special thing was like we didn't allow any crowds on the track. Their maximum allowance of people was like 20, including people with the camera team and the coaching team and doctor and the UCI officials controlling the record. So it was really limited, and I wanted this to have like.
How did you feel afterwards? Could you still be happy because you already actually knew that you were gonna break it?
I was not as excited as you would expect, because it was, the excitement was more divided over the whole preparation and including also breaking the record. But I really enjoyed this whole time of preparing for the hour record, especially because I had a knee injury. I started preparing the season in November, and I had the knee injury, and already everything was more or less like we were already planning to break the hour record, and I had to defend in the team that I was ready, or I would break the hour record already in April. But at that time I was on training camp, not riding my bike because of a knee injury, and then the knee injury took a long time to recover. I just started riding my bike in January, but then I did Tirreno Adriatico, won the individual time trial, so we all knew I was 100% ready. I just went there and I smashed it. We had a party on Petit Comité, because if I could choose, I would go home right away to Café Mombasa, which was totally loaded, how you say, fan club cafe in Belgium. And it was amazing when I see the pictures how many people were over there. My friends were also over there. But it was, of course, not possible. And it was also special because we were in Mexico only with like a small group of people, all the people that made it possible to break this hour record. So it was, we had a really nice dinner afterwards. In the beginning of the dinner, there was also some press, but then they were, once the real dinner started, they were sent at home, and we had a awesome dinner, and we had some drinks, and yeah, it was quite fun. When I got home, I was quite busy. Everybody wanted a small piece of me. Was also fun, of course, because I was also excited about this hour record. And from one day to another, I became like a well-known person, not only in cycling but also just in Belgium in general. There are about 10 million people in Belgium, and 750,000 people were watching the hour record. So there's a big chance when you see somebody in the street that he or she knows you. There was time for a party, and we wanted to do it because, of course, it was in the middle of the cycling season and I was preparing for the Giro. But we wanted to throw a small party in a club in Belgium, but like it was like we had to do the reservations quite last minute. There was no place anymore to enter the club, and we used my name, and we asked not to make any big fuss about it. But I think they did not really understand this, because they did make a big shout out that I entered the club and things like that. I was already a good time trialist before, and the hour record taught me that you can achieve a lot in 1 hour.
How did you experience the last 12 months?
I also had a difficult time after the hour record. I was on a big high and I was doing super good results, and I did not really take time off, and I kept on riding good results. Not really the results I was waiting for. I had like a lot of second places. So I was in a super good shape, but you prefer to win once over 5 second places. I cracked, and if you come from the hour record and suddenly you cannot follow a Sunday bike rider, then you fall from really high to really deep. It was hard to mentally recover. I also did not participate in any race in the second part of the season. Only the World Championships. I wanted to become world champion, and I specifically, after crawling all out of my big put, it took me a while to feel strong again and feel, let's say, excited and happy again. But once I was excited again, and then trainings were going really well, and I prepared for the Worlds, and I was ready to smash it over there. But the only thing I smashed was my bike.
Do you think that the next border to cross is 56 kilometers or 60 kilometers?
If you have 56 kilometers, it's like then you beat my record. If you want to beat the next real border, you have to beat 60k an hour.
Who do you think is going to do that?
I think Filippo Ganna is the man, because he can already do 4k and 60k an hour, so 4k in 4 minutes. So he just needs to hold the pace after this 4k.
Will you attempt another record poging on sea level, or?
I think at one day I would like to do another attempt, because in this 1 hour, in all this preparation, you learn so much, and especially on the day itself, I think I can add some extra meters to this record. I'm not able to ride 60k an hour for sure. It's not possible, but I think I can increase my distance. I also am quite sure I can break the old Vigo record on sea level. Maybe I can do 55 also on sea level. Might be future goals, but not in Corona days, of course. When we would race at this moment, it will be all about road racing. No time to have any sidewalks. So now, because of this fucking awesome hour record, 1 year hour record holder, I have this super cool t-shirt. Look at the side, this side, this side, this side. It's an awesome t-shirt. Now, if you want to be trending, you should get it now. It's like 1 hour, 1 year hour record holder infinity, forever. When it's 1 year, it's forever. It will stay forever. It will never be broken. So this t-shirt, you can wear it forever. It's infinity. It's forever. And every 100 t-shirt, no. We make a better deal. For every 55th t-shirt, so t-shirt 55 that is sold, t-shirt 110, t-shirt 165, you can count yourself, count for yourself, it's not so difficult. There will be one free t-shirt giveaway. Try and get those free t-shirts. Cool. If you like this t-shirt, you can either put a thumbs up, but you are smarter if you go to the webshop of the Vandal to get this t-shirt. You should subscribe to the channel, and down below there's a link. There's a link to go to the Vandal webshop. Down below there's a link to go to the Vandal webshop. Here.
Zie je dat?